I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Good morning, by the way. I'm from India.
Yes. Good morning. What time is it in India at the moment?
Yeah, it's around 9:30.
9:30. Okay, it's quite early then.
Yeah.
What are your plans for the day? What do you have on?
Yes, nothing new. Like as as you like, there's nothing new. So what do you wire from him?
I grew up in Australia, but I'm living in Cambodia at the moment. So I'm just traveling around.
Okay, so what's the purpose for living there? Like you're living right now in Cambodia.
Yeah, just to explore another part of the world. So I've been to Thailand, Vietnam, and Laos, and now living in Cambodia, just for fun.
So I think you're really fond of traveling, right?
Pardon?
Yeah, aside you're really fond of traveling. Traveling.
Yeah, exactly. So the point really is just to explore and to learn about new cultures and just experience a different way of life.
Okay, okay. That's really sounds good. So what do you feel like about India? Have you heard about the country India?
Yes, of course I've heard of India. I'd love to go and visit one day. It's a very busy country to visit, I think, especially in the large cities.
Hmm. Yeah, that's amazing. Amazing. So
Yeah.
where do you live exactly in Australia? I mean, I heard some cities like sorry, it's Canberra or I just forgot about that name.
That's okay. I actually live in the countryside, so in a very quiet rural area. I'm about 2 hour drive from Canberra.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's almost 100 kilometers, right? Right? 100
Yeah,
kilometers.
yeah. I think maybe about 250 kilometers from Canberra is where I live. So it's very quiet. Only 1,000 people live there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's
it's very small.
yeah,
What
but
about
here.
you? Whereabouts?
Mhm. Come in.
Whereabouts do you live? Are you in the countryside or in a city?
Yeah, I live in countryside. Really, it's around 50 kilometers away from my main city. There is, I live in Kolkata. Have you heard about Kolkata city? It's near to Bangladesh.
No.
It's near to
Oh,
Bangladesh.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So what's your community known for? What type of industry? Is there lots of farming?
Yeah, definitely. You are really dependent on farming. Your main job or you can say occupation is farming. And apart from this, we have multicultural jobs and occupation. Like some people are involved in farming, some people are involved in different kind of like they are doing job. They're maybe in private sector. So it's depend on
Okay.
person. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, okay. And what do most people farm in your area? What's the popular produce? Or do they farm animals or just vegetables?
Yeah, definitely. In my locality, it is famous for vegetables, even a lot of crops like paddy and wheat, that kind of crops and
Okay.
vegetables. Yeah. And
Yeah, awesome.
India is a huge country, so there are different kind of farming and cultivation is happening for everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. And your family does some farming, you said?
Yeah, my family indulges to farming also. Definitely.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, I grew up in a city, in a busy city, but my husband and I bought property very remotely. So we started growing some vegetables and just a little bit of food, just for us, not for commercial reasons. And I really enjoy it. It's a very different way of life. It's very peaceful.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So I feel like that you're unmarried, but you said you have a husband. Oh my gosh.
Yes, yes, I think I look younger than I am.
Yeah. So do you have any children?
No children, no. Maybe one day, but not yet. What
Okay.
about you? Do you have a wife or family?
No, no, I'm still single right now.
Yeah. And what do you do? So your family farms. Are you farming as well, or are you at university or working?
Yeah, actually, indulge into farming, but I'm not really fond of farming. So right now I'm looking for the job, and apart from this, I teach some students as a tutor, and I want to be English trainer. So that's why I'm working for that. My communication is school. So it's really helpful for you, like you teacher in Cambly. So definitely, I'm fond of about this learning.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
awesome. Yeah, and how long have you been learning English for? Did you learn it at school or did you teach yourself and now you're on Cambly?
Yeah, actually, I've been practicing English since 1.5 year. About myself, I just tried on, and
Mm-hmm.
if I talk about English learning, actually, it's English. It's school English not going to be help you because there are definitely teach them only for grammatical skills and writing skill maybe. But if I not speak, so how could I learn speaking? So speaking is, I think, if you not give effort, so definitely it's very difficult to learn. So
Okay, yeah. So mostly at school, when children in India learn English, you learn a lot of how to write and read English, but not so much speaking it.
Exactly. So that's why I'm here, and I have now improved my communication skills as well. Like I made some mistakes, so that's why there are some little silly mistakes. And if you correct me and you teacher help me a lot, so I'm really appreciate for that.
Yeah, not a problem. Well, what do you usually do when you're on Cambly? Do you usually just like to have conversations, or have you done many lessons before?
Before that, I have completed 2 lessons. It's my third time, and I
Mm-hmm.
really fond of speaking. I want to enhance my communication skills, so that's why I really prefer to communicate with the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about like your daily life when you're at home in your family home or in your village? What's a normal day for you? What does that look like?
It's quite similar as usual. Like I teach students morning time, and also in daytime I prepare for my examination. For its competitive exam for cracking any kind of government job, and
Mm-hmm.
afternoon time I have also same routine for teaching students, and it's quite similar.
Okay.
I'm really fond of watching, especially YouTube channels. I'm really
Yeah.
fond of current affairs and world related news. So that's why I'm just scrolling down all the time that kind of content.
Yeah, cool. And do you live by yourself or you live with your parents?
Yeah, I live with my parents. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Cool. And tell me a little bit about like the food you and your parents make. Indian food is very delicious. I love Indian food, but I imagine it's very different in different parts of the country.
Yeah, definitely. India is a diverse country. Here is a lot of cultures and many diversified food you can find out here. And if I talk about my cultures, especially in my locality, fish is very famous. We're really fond of eating fish, and
Mm-hmm.
chicken, mutton, that kind of things. Also, we Bengali people are really fond of that kind of food. We prepare sometimes. I can also prepare sometimes, and my mom help to prepare that kind of dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So fish is very popular in your area. So are you near the ocean or near like a big river? What type of fish? Ocean or freshwater?
Yes, both kind of fishes are available over here. Like it's maybe freshwater fish, even sea fish. So all kind of fishes are available.
Yeah, exactly. So you're near a big river, so you fish like the fish comes from a river, or are you near the ocean where you are?
Yeah, we collect from everywhere. Like it's around 7,000 kilometers we share our Indian marine area. So we have no
Okay.
problem to find that kind of sea beach. And Australia also quite similar. I think they have large part of marine beach. I think for your country. So
Yeah,
definitely
definitely.
food. Yes. So have you ever tested
Yeah.
Indian food?
Yes, yes. We're in Cambodia. There's quite a few expat Indian nationals. So there's some very, very delicious Indian food where we are in Cambodia as well. But probably more simplified. I think in India you can get so many complex and so much variety of different types of spices and curries, whereas here you probably don't get the same variety.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. So would you like to come to India, ma'am?
Yeah, definitely one day. but it's such a big country that you'd have to spend quite a lot of time, to see everything.
Yeah, exactly. So tell me, ma'am, what attract you exactly for India, like coming India?
I love the food culture, and it's just a very, very different culture. Some of the architecture in like New Delhi is just beautiful. Yeah, just be very interesting to go and see life over there.
Exactly. You could find out here a lot of architecture, even a lot of temples, and very ancient temples. Even probably you have heard about that Unity statue of Unity. It's world largest statue, and you
Yeah,
can find out Taj Mahal, that kind of architecture, and it's a diverse country as well, and culturally we are diversified. So you can find out like if you move one state to another state, I mean one province to another province, you feel like that it's a different country. So it's really
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And I think what interests me about a lot of different cultures and to travel is that so many different places like India has this very ancient culture. It's been around for a very, very long time, whereas Australia is a very new country. So we don't have these old buildings or this old culture for Western like Australians. So yeah, to go to maybe India or Europe, you see very old buildings. It's very fascinating because you don't get that in Australia. Everything is new.
Yeah, I heard about that. So, ma'am, I would like to know from you. So, please give me some feedback. So, what about my speaking level? I mean, what do you feel? What kind of improvement I need? And do you have any suggestion for my speaking? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say your pronunciation is very good and you have quite a broad vocabulary. But maybe the only thing I could add is maybe you could slow down your speaking a little bit. You talk very quickly, which is fine, but maybe if you slow down, it's even easier and more clear to understand.
Okay, okay. I need to slow down. I got it. Actually, I don't know. I try to speak slow down, but whenever I started speaking, so I feel like that I'm just going and going. It's like flawless. So I don't know what happened
Yeah.
to. Mhm.
Well, I think in Hindi language, is it people talk very fast? I think in your language.
Yeah, you are quite right. But my mother tongue is Bengali, and here is culturally even language diversified. Languages are so many languages over here, more than 2,000 plus languages, and
Oh wow, yeah.
so foreign people are really know about only Hindi, but India has so many languages. So I can also speak Hindi, no problem. But it's maybe another reason. Bengali also we are speaking too fast, so it's maybe another reason.
Yeah, I mean it's just something maybe to be mindful of, but you're very easy to understand. So your pronunciation is quite clear, which is very good. Yeah, so maybe just a little mindful of speed. Yeah, that's all.
So
So
thank you so much.
have you traveled overseas very often, or have you traveled within your own country?
Unfortunately, I've never been to any other country, so I'd like to go, and especially Australia, I'd like to explore that country, and especially I've heard about kangaroo, so I have to say it directly. Yeah. So let.
Yeah, yeah, maybe one day. We have many Indian communities as well in Australia, so we are very multicultural. You go to Australia and you see so many like Chinese and Korean and Indian and African people. So there's many different cultures. It makes it a very interesting country.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, ma'am. So, ma'am, nice to meet you. I think our time is running out, so probably
Yeah,
I would like to make another conversation if I got a chance. So thank you for having time, and
yeah, of course.
I really appreciate for your valuable feedback because I need feedback for improving my communication skills. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, not a problem at all. It's been lovely chatting with you. If you can check my, I can link you my schedule if you want to book in an actual appointment or something. So
Hmm.
I've got a few spots open. So if you're free.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Bye bye.
No worries. All right. Bye. Have a nice day.